Hey guys, this is RPG Fan, aka Mario Sauceda, aka the president of the Las Cruces Game Nights. I'm bringing you guys another Game Nights directly to you. Anywho, I want to start off that we're almost at the end of the year, and I think it's been an awesome seventh year for the Las Cruces Game Nights. We've accomplished so much. So, um, we got a new location, we got a new banner. We have so much stuff going on, and I'm glad that we got this going really well. We have an average of 20 to 30 people every meeting, and growing. And sometimes we get new people. Sometimes we get the same old. But hey, we're doing an awesome job, and I'm really excited for this coming year. It's going to be our 8th year in August, but we have about 2 or 3 more meetings left until the end of the year, and then um, we'll take a hiatus in the summer like we usually do. Depending on how many of you guys are going to be here. If you guys are going to leave for the summer, if you guys are going to stay here, we might have some tournaments, of course, in the summer, and that's what I'm hoping for. And then I'll see you everyone right back when we do the convention. I want everybody to be well rested and ready to go, because the convention is pretty much going to be like our first meeting, our 8th year kickoff. And depending on how well we do at the convention, then that's going to determine how we're going to go for the rest of the year. So first thing that I wanted to say was we have our nominees for Game Nights of the Year. This year has been really hard. Normally it's a no-brainer, and we're like, we know who the Game Night of the Year is, and bam, we do it. But now it's been really hard choosing. So the nominees are Jeremy. Jeremy, of course, at the beginning of the year, he was bringing his live stream equipment. We would record and then upload some of our gameplays. He kind of stopped doing that, but he was very, very extremely helpful, and it got a lot of people involved. A lot of his friends spread the word. He used to be with the Gamers Club at Las Cruces High, so that speaks really, really puts him way up there. He's been almost every single meeting without fail. And Jeremy, you're a nominee for Game Night of the Year. Second nominee is Jesus, or Black Jesus, or Jesus. He has been bringing a lot of his equipment. When we did the Halo tournament, he brought his Xbox and left it there for us to use, and he actually participated, and he even bought food, and it was really awesome. Like, of everyone in the group, he was the only one that said, "Here's my Xbox, here's my copy of Halo 5, let's run it." And it was awesome. And Jesus, he also spreads the word and helps, get more people involved. So Jesus, you're a nominee of Game Night of the Year. Next up is Tyler. Tyler, he brings his portfolio open up Xbox 360 built-in case that he has, which is really awesome, and it has 2 players on there. We're playing the King of Fighters usually on it. Um, and he sees the future of how game nights is, and what we are, and which is about being destroying anti-socialism. And he sees our values and everything we talk about it. He stays behind. The hardest part of being the president of the organization is um, setting up and taking down. That's what a lot of people don't see. Whenever people want to just show up and play games, they just show up and they're like, oh, everything should already be set up. There's tables and games, and there should be stuff that we can play. We shouldn't have to actually help and set it up. That's the mentality, sadly, of a lot of people and a lot of gamers out there. So when they don't see stuff set up, they either don't help or immediately think bad of the group because we're not ready set up. But a lot of you do lend a hand, and Tyler always stays behind and helps us take down after everyone has left. So he's, Tyler, your nominee of the year there. Next up is Ahmed. Ahmed does the impossible to get to game nights. He takes Crimson Cab and all kinds of like rides, and he even takes the bus to be able to come to game nights because he doesn't have a ride. Sometimes he does ask for a ride, and Jeremy or Michael Lance picks him up. So Ahmed just does the impossible to show up, and he brings his TV, Mario Party, and his Wii most of the time. So Ahmed, you're up there. He's also one of the original, or second season of game nights, second year of game nights, he uh, he was he was there after our first year, which started with about 6 to 9 of us. Then Ahmed came along second year after our second year of game nights. So he's one of the original. He's an OG game night, and he's been showing up to pretty much every meeting. He has missed a few, but Ahmed, thanks for always making it, doing the impossible to show up, man. That means a lot to me, believe it or not, and it should mean something to all of us as well, because it shows that you really have no excuse to not come to game nights. But anywho, next up is Armando, and with that being said, Jason. They usually always show up together. Um, so Armando and Jason, you guys always stay behind whenever you guys do show up. You guys haven't shown up lately. I'm not sure what's going on, but no worries. You guys show dedication and passion, that you guys care about the group, care about setting up, care about taking down, care about doing anything possible, even if you guys don't bring that much stuff. You guys do everything that you guys can to make it awesome for everyone else, which means a lot. Um, and then lastly, there's James. James, every time I say this is the theme, he makes everything possible to bring that specific theme, from superhero games to the card games, everything. He brings whatever he can to make the theme work. And when a lot of people are complaining about just playing Smash or not enough Smash, he brought his Pokken tournament when we had the Pokemon theme night. He brought Pokemon Stadium 2. He brought his cards to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When we had card game night. James, I mean, you make it awesome for everyone to be there. I say a specific theme and you bring it, and that makes it feel like it really is the theme, and puts a sock in everyone's mouth who says it's not a theme. But anywho, those are the nominees. So once the end of the year comes, depending from now until then, we will announce who the game night of the year is, and we'll give out an award. And then hopefully some awesome swag, like either some gifts from Loot Crate or Xbox Live or something. We'll think of something, but depending on who wins, we'll ask you what you want and see what we can get. But next up, I wanted to address some concerns that were involved in the group. Not really, it hasn't become a problem where we have had stuff happen, but I wanted to stop it before it gets to that point, because it shouldn't have to get to that point. The first thing is no cussing. We have one specific person that cusses up a storm, and you know who you are. I'm not gonna call you out on it, but here's the thing: if we're playing R-rated games like Mortal Kombat, Grand Theft Auto, whatever, not really R-rated games, you know what I mean, and for mature, they can, and there's kids around, no cussing. I mean, if we're playing like horror game night and we have nothing but gory games and scary games and there's no kids, I do not have a problem. You can, I mean, don't go crazy where it's disturbing the Lions Club, but if you say the F word or the S word here and there, I mean, I'm not gonna, there is no problem. But if there's kids around, which in the past 3 meetings there has been kids there, you cannot cuss. It is not like, oh, once in a while maybe, or oh, that kid is already used to cussing. I don't give a damn. You can say we have to keep it PG-13. It has to be, it can be hell and damn. I'm okay with them, but no S word and no F word. Um, the problem is that you might say, well, how can the kids play R-rated games and still be able to cuss? Because there's two different things. On our website, it says very specifically that by bringing your kids here that are either 13 and older or younger, they we are gonna play those type of games. We play anything and everything. We play horror games. We play sports games. We play family games. We play everything. So by them, if something were to happen where they would say, I do not want my kid exposed to that, or if they were to, bring up a concern, we would say, it says on our website that we do play those types of games, so it's up to your discretion. So if a kid is playing an R-rated game like Mortal Kombat or Grand Theft Auto or Fallout 4, they chose to play that game. I know you might be thinking, well, kids don't know what they want. Well, if the parents are okay with their kids choosing to play those games because they should have read our terms and conditions. But when it comes to cussing, a kid cannot be exposed to that because it's not their choice. They cannot say I'm okay with there being cussing, and I'm pretty sure 99% of parents will not be okay with their kids around cussing all the time. So that would raise a concern saying, why are you guys cussing around my kid? And then, if something happens to the kid where they say, well, I learned this at game nights, I mean, that's huge backlash. We cannot let that happen. It hasn't happened, thank God. That's what I'm saying. But this is preventative going forward. If there's kids around, there is no cussing. Keep it PG-13, please. And I have addressed this concern to some of you, and I pretty much got spat in my face saying, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. I don't care what you tell me. I pretty much discussed it with the rest of the council, and believe it or not, there is a council. We will have to. I mean, I don't want it to come to that. I don't want it because you can't keep your mouth clean that we have to say I'm sorry, but you're banned from game nights. That's a stupid reason to get kicked out. Just follow the rules. It's not worth it. Just don't cuss. And I appreciate everyone that's in this group. That I don't discriminate. I'm unbiased. Everyone is welcome to come and enjoy the games. And as far as the nominees, going back a little bit, I appreciate everything that every single game night does. Just because your name is not a nominee doesn't mean that I don't appreciate you. Every single one of you that shows up brings something to the group. Like Aaron, he always hypes everything up and he makes sure that everyone comes, and David and Amy always bring their DS, and Emily always brings her computer, and makes it so that the PC section of the organization looks full. So everyone is special in my book. These nominees just went just a little bit farther than that, but that don't give up for next year. There's always next year. Anywho, moving on, we have the future events that are coming up that pretty much we have planned. They just need to be set in stone, and then we'll put it up on our Facebook on our events list. First one is we want to do that Pokemon tournament. So make sure that you guys are training all your Pokemon from red, blue, and yellow, and we're going to battle it up at the hotel, the Days Inn on Valley. So make sure I'm going to be announcing that when it comes up. Next up is the Jardín de los Niños. We want to do something to help raise awareness for them, do some kind of donation drive, hopefully raise some money and buy some video games for the kids, or donate some of our old video games that we don't want, because, I mean, the Jardín de los Niños is basically children that have gone through heck and back. They've gone through hell and back. They pretty much go, to foster care and all that good, or all that bad stuff. Not all that good stuff. So we want to help them out, give them hope that the world is not such a crappy place, and that you can have fun and all that good stuff. Next up is the Big Brothers Big Sisters. I know that Sabers works a lot with them, and also Converges, where I work at, works a lot with them. So we're going to do like an event where all Big Brothers Big Sisters are welcome. So for that event, I need everyone's help to bring a system and a TV. Like, that's what I need, and controllers, because they're going to be bringing kids that want to be able to play, and that will be family friendly. No Mortal Kombat, no X-rated games or any of that. So that's another thing. The Sabers donation drive, that's going on all year long. I don't know if you guys are aware of it. Anything that now that spring is coming up, or we're already in spring, if I missed it because I'm lagging, anything that you don't need, bring it. Clothes, housewares, anything that you're like, I'm just gonna throw this out, and you're too lazy, or you already tried putting out a yard sale and it didn't work. Bring it in. We have a storage unit. We're gonna get it all together into one. Once we have a huge pile, we'll donate it to Savers, and they will donate to us 20 cents per pound. So please bring in that stuff that you're, instead of throwing it away or you just donating it yourself, bring it in, so at least we can raise some money, so we can, buy more equipment for ourselves and stuff. It's a donation drive where we donate to Savers, and then they pay us by depending on by the pound, depending on how much we donate. So bring it in all year long, every meeting. It's like, hey, I'm here, I brought this, Mario, just bring it in, whatever it is. The next two meetings are going to be finally by popular demand, because we've already had 3 people ask for it, that are really like part of the group, and they come to every meeting. We're having sports theme night. So FIFA, I'm okay, fine. I'm okay with FIFA. I'm okay with Madden. I'm okay with Mario Strikers. I'm okay with Mario Tennis. I'm okay with Mario Golf, Mario everything, Mario Sports Mix, just Wii Sports, just sports game night. That's what we're gonna do. That's the next theme. And then after that, we're gonna have our retro theme night, which is gonna be nothing but retro games, which is considered GameCube and below. So no Wii, no 360, and no PS3 and above. So PlayStation 2, original Xbox, and GameCube and below are considered retro. So all of that stuff, bring it in. Of course, we're going to have Melee because we have to. Then I have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the original Xbox. So I'm going to be bringing that. And I know I have James already hyped up as heck, and Brian hyped up as heck, saying that, they're going to bring their Super Nintendo and their 64. And so retro night, second to last meeting. Last meeting, of course, will be with the Big Brothers Big Sisters, so that's gonna be big family friendly night. Now, these are planned events that, depending on how many of you say, well, what I'm gonna go into are planned events. Depending on how many of you say that I'm in, let's do this. I'm planning to do that virtual reality trip to Utah that I have planned since last year. I already emailed them. I sent them an email. I'm also sending an email out to Rooster Teeth because they're doing that show in El Paso for the entire Ruby Season 1. So if you guys want to buy a ticket, check them out. We're also working on the game convention, of course, that's coming up. Hopefully, it's going to be set in stone for August 19th and 20th. So like I said, come August, as soon as school starts or right before school starts, bam, we have to be there and make sure that everything is good to go. We also want to do the Rubik's Arcade on Sunday, where they allowed all ages, or pretty much kids and stuff, to come in and play the arcades, just like the good old days. So we want to go ahead and do that. It's going to be on a Sunday. Let me know how many of you are like, let's do it. I can only fit 3 people besides myself, so 4 people in my car. If anyone else or more people want to go, you guys have to, put in your car, and I can see, depending on how much money I have, see if I can, pitch in for gas, or if you guys want to all pitch in for gas, and that way it'll be, cheaper for everyone. And then make sure you bring a lot of cash, because, for the quarters and stuff. Lastly is Dave & Buster's is opening up, I believe on the 16th or on the 15th, which is actually the same day. 15th is our meeting, and then the 16th and 17th is the El Paso Comic Con. So if you guys want to go to El Paso Comic Con, on the 15th we'll have our meeting, and then you guys can go over there. So we're probably not going to go opening weekend, especially because it's probably going to be packed. So we want to go to Dave & Buster's maybe either a couple of weeks, or hopefully no more than a couple of months after it opens. So that way it's not as packed, but still, there's enough people so that it makes it seem more fun. Anywho, those are our planned events. I already ranted more. It's just I haven't done in direct game nights direct in a long time. So I want to address those concerns. Nominees for Game Night of the Year. And thank you everyone for being awesome. And I'll see you guys on the next meeting, all right? Peace out.